All right, good morning, everyone. Of course, this is our subject science, technology, and society, STS. And for this particular video, we'll talk about human flourishing based on ancient Greek philosophers' perspectives. There's a separate video for human flourishing in terms of science and technology. But of course, we'll first discuss what's based on ancient Greek philosophers' perspective. And if you are questioning why are we using video presentation, it's to maximize the use of technologies para tawag doon, makover natin yung mga class disruptions natin last time because first, I was sent by the school to be the coach for the regional higher education press conference, and then later on, we had the foundation week, and also we are also preparing for the accreditation. For now, let's maximize the use of this technology. So again, we'll talk about human flourishing. So, uh, for human flourishing class, there are, if I'm not mistaken, we have six domains. And first, we have life satisfaction and happiness. So, as you can see on this slide, we have a question. This is supposed to be an individual activity, but since this is a video presentation, we cannot do that, but you can still answer this question. So evaluate yourself based on the following criteria. So how is your overall satisfaction with your life right now? And how is your overall state of happiness right now? You know what? I can, if I will answer this myself, I cannot really answer I'm in not satisfied at all or completely satisfied. Maybe I'm at the middle. But for this question, it's like we are being asked to really choose among the. But anyway, we'll discuss what is life satisfaction and happiness. So first, of course, si happiness munang pag-usapan natin. So happiness class is primarily an experiential or emotional state. It refers to the frequency and intensity of everyday feelings. Siyempre, positive feelings yan, like joy, amusement, or pleasure. Anything that makes you happy. So it is often described as in the moment and can be fleeting. Fleeting means yung duration niya is agad-agad nawawala. So hindi siya, ang tawag doon, hindi siya forever na nararamdaman. Parang fleeting nga. It ends abruptly. Okay. So how about life satisfaction? Life satisfaction class is uh, more of an evaluative or a cognitive assessment. It involves judgment on how one's life is going relative to their goals and expectations. Ah, parang sa atin is, nakukuha ko ba yung goal ko? Nakukuha ko na ba yung expectation ko? Because kapag nakuha mo na yun, and then meaning you are satisfied with your life. So siguro yung goal mo, yumaman, magkaroon ng kotse, makapag-asawa ng afam, and then kapag nakuha mo na yung goals mo na mga yun, maybe you can reach that level, yung life satisfaction na sinasabi nila. So it's more of a stable or long-term feeling of contentment. So that's life satisfaction. Okay? So next up we have, wait lang, anong nangyayari sa ating slide? So number 2 we have, oh, alam niyo na to, si domain 2, physical and mental health. This is our foundation. Physical health meaning we're having the energy and the health to live our lives. And mental health, we are feeling emotionally stable and resilient. Okay. So ano ba ang connection ng dalawang to? So if you feel good physically and then your mind is clearer, and if your mind is healthy, you take better care of your body. So, also, class, when we have a good physical and mental health, this is a prerequisite for other domains. So, mahihirapan tayo to pursue meaning and purpose and then social relationships if we uh, are severely limited by poor physical or mental health. So, dapat maayos ang ating physical and mental health para makuha natin si meaning and purpose and si social relationships. So, ano ba itong mga to? These are some of the domains for human flourishing then. And we will be talking about this on our next slides. So next, we have, ayan na nga, yung purpose and meaning. So again, if you would like to answer the question here, yung evaluation, yung assessment, it's okay. So, when we say purpose and meaning, syempre magkaiba yan. So, meaning and purpose and meaning provide the direction and motivation for our lives. So, si purpose class is your why, the goals that keep you moving forward. And then, meaning your what, the feeling that your life has a value. So purpose, ano bang silbi na nabuhay ako? Ganon. So, si meaning, may silbi ba ang buhay ko? Parang nga, ganun yung mga question na sinasagot natin. And there are two parts of meaning class. Parang yung first, o no, yun na, yung na-question natin kanina. Do I matter? Or the feeling that your life is valuable? And then we also have coherence. What is coherence class? Does it make sense? Yung mga pinaggagawa ko ba sa buhay, may sense ba? Or the feeling that your life is organized and not just random previous. Okay. So, UNC, meaning and purpose. Number four, we have virtue and character. So, when we say, ano ba to? Character and virtue class is about who you are and the habits you build. Okay. So, the main idea here, class, is it is the ability to do the right things even when it is hard. So kahit gaano kahirap pang gawin yun, when you have that virtue and character, gagawin at gagawin mo yun. Okay? So while health gives you the power and also while health gives you the power and purpose gives you the reason, character gives you the strength to keep going. Okay. So again, si virtue and character, dalawa lang naman yan. It's more on doing good. So, choosing to be kind, honest, and helpful consistently. So, take note of the word consistently. Again, doing good, choosing to be kind, honest, and helpful consistently. Of course, hindi lang yung mga virtues na mga yon, mga other values din na pwede nating, positive values na pwede nating ibigay or ipakita sa ibang tao. And dapat consistent ka in doing those things. And another is self-control. When we say self-control, you have the ability to say no to a quick pleasure now. Like siguro junk food or laziness. Bakit? So you can have a better life later. So in short, if life is a journey, character is the driver who keeps the car on the right path. Okay. So kapag may character ka, para siyang para na siya yung driver para pumunta tayo sa tamang landas. Okay. So yun si character and virtue. Alright. So I'm sorry for the pause. So we have the main 5 key class. We have close social relationships. So ito na naman tayo sa question na I am contented with my friendships and relationship, strongly disagree and strongly agree. My relationship are as satisfying as I would want them to be. So, ayan, strongly disagree or strongly agree. Siguro sa part naman na ito, we can say na pwede tayo sa strongly agree or strongly tawag doon, sa friendship, kasi siguro mag-agree tayo. And then for relationships, uh, are as satisfying as I would want them to be, pwede siguro yung strongly agree na din. Pero anyway, class, what is close social relationship in this domain of human, in this human flourishing? So, the main idea here, class, is that, okay, it's the quality of your bonds with family, friends, and your community. So, lahat-lahat na ng nakakasalamuha mo sa pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay. So, pero ito yung class. It's not about how many people you know, but how much you trust and care for those closest to you. So, it's the connection. Yung connection mo sa kanila. Hindi lang yung kilala mo sila. Dapat may connection sa kanila. So, it's more on how much you trust them and how you care for them. So, it's more about the people closest to you. So, there are two uh, parts of close social relationships. So, of course, one is you feel happy. So, being contented with your current friendships and family life. And then, one more thing, and feeling ko ito yung pinaka-importante is you feel supported. Knowing you have people who will be there for you when things get tough. Get tough. Kasi, yun naman ang isa sa pinaka-importanteng dahilan kung bakit meron tayong mga close social relationships, kung bakit meron tayong kaibigan, sige, include na natin yung jowa ninyo, or kung bakit meron tayong family. So we depend on them sometimes, not just emotionally, also financially, and lahat-lahat na ng may lisa dulo. Okay. So domain 6, the last domain, we have material and financial stability. So here are the questions. I worry about having enough money for my monthly living expenses. Mm. So kung nagwo-worry ka all the time and then hindi mo pa nakukuha si material and financial stability. And next, I worry about my safety, food, or housing. You still worry about this? So, yan. Wala ka pa nito if you're still worrying about these things or yung mga material and yung about sa financial. So, ito lang naman, class. Financial and material stability is your safety net. So, it is having enough money and resources. So, you don't have to worry about your basic needs. Kasi kung meron ka nito, syempre, medyo hayahay sa buhay, na-provide mo naman yung mga kailangan mo. So, it's not about being rich. Hindi naman siya about sa pagiging milyonaryo, bilyonaryo, mayaman ka, but about being secure. Secure ka. Like, yun nga, na-provide mo kung anong mga kailangan mo sa buhay. Material and financial stability. Alright. Okay, so dito na tayo. Human flourishing. What does it mean to be a good person? How to live a good life? So nakikita ninyo sa ating slide sina Plato and Aristotle. So wait lang. So how to live a good or a flourishing life? So these questions was first tried answered by some of the first thinkers, specifically by the ancient Greek philosophers. We have here, anong pangalan ulit nila? Itong mga two prominent thinkers natin, sina Plato and Aristotle. And according to them, they could live a good life as eudaimonia. Eudaimonia means happiness equals happiness. Or eudaimonia class is sometimes translated as human flourishing. So in addition, those people who are living a good life is called as a flourishing person. So kung you are already living a good life and then meaning flourishing person ka na and then meaning din nun nakamit mo na si eudaimonia. And eudaimonia, ibig sabihin nito is equivalent to happiness. So, happy ka na if you are living a good life. So, mm, yun nga. Moreover, if the person is living a good life, person will achieve happiness. So, yun lang naman pala ang gustong sabihin ni na Plato and alright. So for Plato, sabi niya, all human beings naturally desire human flourishing. So, syempre, gusto nating lahat ng human flourishing. So, but he believed that in order to flourish, one must have moral thoughts and virtuous action. So, ano yan? One must have moral thought and virtuous action. And that was supported by Aristotle. Ang sabi niya, si virtue daw is a personality traits or an attitude that enables us to do morally good. So, kapag meron tayong virtue sa mga sarili-sarili natin, we are able to do things which are morally good. Okay, pag-uusapan pa natin yan further. So, what is virtuous action? So, sabi nga niya, Aristotle, ayun, virtue is a personality traits or an attitude that enable us to do morally good. This means that if you have virtues and you will do good things, then you are a good person. So, try to imagine a person who always know what to say, yung taong alam na alam niya ang mga pinagsasabi niya, like someone who can deliver tough news gracefully without feeling too emotional. A person who is confident without being arrogant. Someone who is brave but not reckless. And someone who is generous but never extravagant. So, yun yung mga tinatawag nating virtuous person. So these are virtuous characteristics that when put into action, it would become virtuous actions. Okay, so the idea of being a virtuous person, class, is based on a virtue theory. So nandito, virtue theory, theory daw. Theory emphasizes the value of virtuous qualities rather than formal rules or useful results. So eto nga, it emphasizes the value of virtuous qualities rather than formal rules or useful results. So this virtue theory is all about someone's character. It does not have rules that you need to follow. So parang hindi daw dating kailangan ng rules para ma-follow natin on how to become a good person. It is inside us. So meaning, if you become a good person and you will do good things, there is no rules needed. So yun ang silbi ni virtue. Kung meron tayong virtue. And according to Plato and Aristotle, one must have a virtuous action in order to flourish. So kailangan natin ng virtuous action para mag-flourish tayo sa buhay. So, yun. Mm, right? So, next, we have this. Sabi ni Aristotle class, a person can develop virtue by living the golden mean. Ano ba yung golden mean? So, si golden mean class is the virtue between two extremes which Aristotle called the vices. And, okay, sa dalawang ito, meron tayong deficiency and then excess. So, in Tagalog, kulang si deficiency, si excess, sobra, sobra. So, extreme sila. Itong si extreme of deficiency, having too little of a quality, and then itong si extreme of excess, having too much of a quality. And then, of course, when we have that virtue or si golden mean, nandun tayo sa middle of these two extremes. Okay, wait lang. So yan, the golden mean is the virtue in the middle. So meron tayong tatlo. Si courage. Ano ba ang mga uh, dalawang extremes ni courage. We have C, cowardice, and C, recklessness. So when we say courage class, it means that we feel the fear, but we still do it anyway. Okay, nakakaramdam tayo ng takot, pero gagawin pa rin natin. So, ito yung virtue na yun. So, this kind of virtue lies between the vices of yan, cowardice and si recklessness. So, si cowardice class is when you feel the fear and cannot do it. While recklessness, when you do not feel the fear at all and you do it. So, this is an take this as an example. So, this is a situation. So, naglalakad ka uwi ng bahay niyo from school. And then, you encountered a thief. O thief, ano yun? Siguro, pickpocket, yung hold-upper. So, what will be the courageous action that you will do? So, yung impulse natin, it might your impulse might be say that courageous person would run over and stop the thief because courage means putting yourself in harm's way for a good cause. 'Di ba? So, ikaw daw, uh, you run over the thief and then labanan mo siya, stop him from doing the thing, yung pagnanakaw niya. So, however, kung virtuous ka as a person, sabi nga ni Aristotle, you would first analyze the situation. Uh, excuse me for saying this. Huwag kang reckless. For example, you need to assess the thief first. If you have a good reason to believe that you can take him or her down and safely intervene, and then pwede. That's a courageous choice. However, if your assessment is that hindi mo kayang labanan ang magnanakaw, or you recognize that there might be some danger both for you and the victim, the courageous choice is to not to intervene, but rather call for help. So, in that situation, class, being courageous does not mean rushing into danger, but being courageous means you know your own abilities. For example, if you know that you can handle the situation, you will ask for help and will assess the situation before taking an action. And will take action that is right in particular situation. So, in short, courage is finding the right way to act. It's not all about, sige, ipapahamak ko ang sarili ko para maipakita ko na courageous ako. Hindi ganun. It's finding the right way to. Okay. So next, we have ito, ang virtue naman na honesty. So merong dalawang vices. We have failing to say things and then yung sobra, brutal honesty. So eto class, yun na, nabanggit na natin. So in this virtue, it means a person should know what needs to be said and what is not right to be said and should keep quiet about it. So merong mga tamang bagay na sasabihin natin at meron din yung iba na it is not right to be said. And ang gagawin na natin is we should keep quiet about it. So in addition, it also means a person should know how to deliver, paano niya sasabihin yung mga hard truths gracefully in a way that it is constructive. Constructive siya. Hindi siya hindi siya nakakasakit or if nakakasakit man siya, ah, konti lang yung impact. So, it's more of saying the hard truth gracefully rather than saying it na parang nakaka-crush na siya ng soul. Parang hindi siya brutal. Hindi siya brutal dapat. You say the truth gracefully. Okay. So, ang hirap, no? But, ganun daw si honesty as a virtue. Next, si generosity naman tayo. So, syempre, merong dalawa ulit na excess. So, si isang vice is si stinginess and the other vice is si prodigality. So, stinginess is when you are mean. And prodigality, I should say, is when you throw your money around. Ay, mayaman. Ganun. For example, it is not generous to buy beers for your friends when you know that you need that money for rent or an allowance. Okay, so kung may extra ka lang, sige, generous yun. Pero kung ililibre mo sila, pero yung perang yun is dapat pambayad mo ng bills mo, is hindi daw siya generous. So in this virtue, it means giving something when you have it to those who need it. But it also means realizing when you should or should not give. Dapat alam mo kung kailan or kailan ka magbibigay at kung kailan ka hindi magbibigay. So that's generosity. So in this so ayun, ganun si generosity. So ayun, virtue is a skill that can only be learned through experience, which he called as practical wisdom. Mm. And through experiences, your character is developed habitually. Habituations. Okay. For example, if you do a virtuous act repeatedly, then it will become part of your character. So, yun yung habitually na sinasabi na. Kapag ginagawa mo na yung isang virtue repeatedly, magiging parte na ito ng character mo. So, ayun, a person who possesses a virtue is now called a moral exemplar. Ano yun? A moral exemplar knows how to build on his or her strength while working on his or her weakness. So, alam niya kung ano yung mga strengths niya and how to build on, how to use this. But he also knows how to work on his or her weakness. So, and a person who lives by virtues is a person who will do good things. Yun na yun. And according to Plato, a person can develop virtue by living the four cardinal virtues. Ano ba yan? Ano na naman itong four cardinal virtues na ito? So, eto, si wisdom, si justice, si courage, si temperance. So these are the four cardinal virtues according to Aristotle and Plato. Plato pala, sorry. So one is wisdom or prudence. It is the cardinal virtue that enables a person to judge well about what will be the right action. So wisdom. Through many experiences, magkakaroon ka ng wisdom. So the main idea here, class, is uh, wisdom or prudence is the ability to think before you act. So you can make the best choice in any situation. So si Aristotle sabi niya, ang wisdom daw and prudence is the mother of all virtues because you need it to practice all the other virtues such as courage or generosity. So there are three simple parts of wisdom or prudence. So unang-una class, dapat meron kang good judgment. It helps you to see what is actually good or right in a specific moment. So that's good judgment. Safety first. It encourages you to act only when the danger is low. When the danger is low and the timing is right. Okay. So, dalawa na yun. Good judgment, safety first. Third, the gap. So, even if you know what is good, you will still have to choose. Okay. So, sometimes people know the right thing to do, but choose something else that doesn't lead to real happiness. So, yun si prudence. So, kahit hindi ka magiging masaya sa decision mo, kung may wisdom ka, you will still have to choose it. Okay. Right thing pa din. Alright. Next, we have courage or fortitude. Ano naman ito? It's not about fearlessness. Yung wala kang takot. Hindi yung ganun yun. It's not about being a machine that feels nothing. Instead, it is the ability to feel fear but refuse to let fear control you. Okay, nakakaramdam ako ng takot but I refuse na itong si takot ang mamayani sa akin. Okay, so the ultimate test is yung death. Death is used as the example because it is the hardest thing to face. But if you can stay true to your values, even when your life is at risk, you have mastered itong si courage yourself. And again, another, bravery is a state of mind. A brave person is steady and calm. They act not because they are reckless, but because they believe doing the right thing is more important than their own safety. So, grabe si courage or fortitude, no? Para you do something, not thinking about your own self anymore, but more about doing the right thing. So, yan, grabe. Kung meron ka ng virtue na ito, courage. So next, we have temperance. Ano naman ang temperance? That's the strength that protects you against excess. And it's not abstinence. So ano ang temperance? You have control over yourself. So yun lang naman yun. Wait lang. So this is the virtue of moderation or choosing what is enough. So general class, it is easy for us to consume based on our desires or wants. Gusto ko ng gusto ko ng kape. Sige, punta ako ng coffee shop. Gusto ko ng cake, 'di ba? Agad-agad kapag feel mo is gusto mo na siya, pupunta ka agad. Yun yung nangyayari generally. But yun nga, as adults, if we will try to put aside our wants rather than indulging ourselves with limitless excess and enjoy whatever we have rather than chasing something that we do not have, we will become the masters of our desire. Okay, ano bang ibig sabihin yun? When we try to put aside our wants, magiging mas hindi natin sinusunod na si desire. Si desire na ang magiging master natin. However, but if our desire or wants takes over, yun na, tayo na ang magiging slave ng ating mga desire. So, magbigay lang tayo ng examples, class. So, eto, do not use shopping as a pastime or a form of entertainment just because you have extra cash. Yun yun. Ginagawa natin yun minsan. Do not buy on impulse. The right thing to do kapag meron tayo ng mga virtues na ito is to delay buying until you can make the right decision about what you truly needs that time. Another example, Do not eat between meals or what we call the merienda because eating merienda is not a form of moderation. So tayong mga Pilipino, we are bad at following the virtue of temperance, especially when it comes to, ayan, food na yan, merienda. So, ayan, we choose to exercise self-control kung gusto natin ito. We can protect ourselves against excess kung kaya nating i-control yung mga sarili-sarili natin. So, again, in conclusion, temperance is not about abstinence. It is moderation, which a person needs to realize when enough is enough. Kung busog ka na, huwag ka nang magmeryenda. Yun lang naman yung gusto niyan sabihin sa atin. So, lastly, we have justice. It's a cardinal virtue that disposes on two do what is right and what to do what is right. It deals with judgment, justice with action, and desire. Okay. So in today's time class, justice is more about weighing every issue that involves it because it is always connected to the concept na right. Rights. However, see justice as a virtue is different. Justice is something within a particular individual's behavior towards others. Ano yun? So, for Aristotle, ang sabi niya, just a person who can simply mean a good person. Ano na naman to? In short, it refers to someone who is fair in his transactions with other people because justice is something they value and consider it most worth living for. Ano yan? So justice requires simple reciprocity. For example, ganito lang naman si justice daw as a virtue. If you notice that the seller gave you 20 pesos instead of 10 pesos as a change, the right thing to do is give back the money. And then, that is justice as a virtue. Another, wait lang. If you agree to buy something for an agreed price, the right thing to do is give the seller the agreed price for that something. And again, that is justice. Another, if you happen to break your friend's cell phone accidentally, it is only right to compensate your friend for that damage. And again, that is justice. So yun si human flourishing based on these thinkers na sina Plato and Aristotle. So I hope meron kayong natutunan today and here is your activity for this certain topic. Anyway, I will be sending the photo of this activity on our group chat. Goodbye and I hope yun nga, meron kayong natutunan for today's video.